So I'm about to do an experiment. I'm a really big fan of coffee. And to go along with me being a big fan of coffee, I'm also a big fan of what you drink coffee from, coffee mugs. Now, in particular, I have a big interest in the restaurant style cafe mug, if you will. Let me show you a handful of mine. I have here 4 of my coffee mugs, and as I said, the restaurant or cafe style mugs like these tend to have this shape. They are waisted around the middle, cute little handle there, and they're usually made out of pretty thick glass. And the idea is that I guess the thicker glass, for one thing, is more durable, but for another thing, it would at least hopefully retain heat longer. Now, all 4 of these are a little bit different. This one is an Ultima, actually. Those seem to be held in pretty high regard. I think it may be a form of porcelain or something along those lines. This one is non-branded. Actually, all 3 of these are non-branded. This one here is a little bit thinner walled than the others, but it does very well. So I'm going to do a test to see which one of these 3 hold heat for the longest. Now, let me show you the difference. They all are, I think this one here is the heaviest one. This one here is the lightest weight one. And listen to the tone of each one of them. So, highest pitch, deepest, and the ones on the end, this one and this one both seem to ring the most. Those 2 seem to be rather dead. So, I don't know if the difference in weight and tone does anything or not with the heat retention abilities of these, but we're about to find out. So I have water here that I have just boiled in my a tea kettle there, or coffee kettle in this case. I'm going to use that metal measuring cup and put a cup of boiling hot water in each one. Now the metal measuring cup is not up to temperature, so I'm going to pour a little water over it to get it hot, and then pour the same temperature water into each one of these 4 cups. Okay, I have a cup of the same temperature water in each one of these cups. So let's use my beautiful little thermometer and see what they read. This one here. I'm going to say 178. 178 on that one. Hmm. 183. Let's say 183. $188 for that one. And 188 for that one. Okay. There we go. I know the differences in thicknesses might have cooled it off quicker and so forth. I understand that, but my main desire is to see which one retains temperature for the longest. So we'll give it 5 minutes and come back. Okay, my timer just went off, so let's do a temperature check now and see what it looks like. Coffee cup number 1 is heating up. The thermometer, that is heating the thermometer. $158. Okay, 158. Ooh, that's almost on 160. I'm going to say 159 on that one. I'm going to have to say 159. That is a solid 160. Nah, 161. 161. That's going to be 160 on the dot. Okay, let's give it 10 more minutes. Actually, 5 more minutes to mean a total of 10 minutes. 5-minute timer just went off. And we are looking in number 1 at 147. 147. Number 2, I'm going to have to give it probably, let's be generous and, well, say 146. The lightest weight and the dullest ringing one is doing really well. That's going to be 149. And I thought this one would do the best. Let's see. $146. Okay, 5 more minutes. Timer just went off again, and number 1 is at let's say 138. Barely even enough to read on here. Number 2, it's got to be about 137. Number 3, $138. And number 4 that I thought would fare the best is not doing bad. Let's say 137. Well, our results are in and totaled up. So there is our paper, and you've seen my toes as well. There is our paper. It seems to be the highest pitched one with the thump test. Lost the least of the heat, and that is in descending order in total amounts of heat lost all the way down to the lowest pitched one with the thump test. I did not expect that to happen. Apparently, I don't know, I don't guess weight is everything. I guess if you're trying to be picky with these things, you need to thump it and see how high of a pitch it has when it rings. Now, of course, 40 degrees to 51 degrees is not just a huge loss in temperature. And I also understand that one of the factors to the loss in temperature would be the fact that number 1 cup right there was completely full with hot water, and number 4 cup obviously could hold a lot more. But still, the principle is the same. If you're going to make a 8-ounce cup of coffee and put it in either one of these, you'd probably want to use number 1. I might use number 2 just because I like the feel of it better. So anyway, there's some information you never needed to know, and you didn't know that you never needed to know, but you know it now. Hope you enjoyed that. Go thump you some glasses.